Hi there. My name is Jim Jasinski. I'm with Ohio State University, the Department of Extension, the Integrated Pest Management Program. Today I'm here at the Western Ag Research Station in South Charleston, Ohio, talking to you from a pumpkin field, a squash field, about a relatively new and sporadic pest we might be seeing in Ohio called the melonworm. The melonworm is a pest of all cucurbits, but primarily squash and pumpkin. It doesn't really prefer melons or watermelons or cucumber. It can be very rarely found in those crops. So we're primarily going to talk about what we might see in pumpkin and squash fields. The moth itself is related to the European corn borer, although it doesn't look anything like it. It's about a 1-inch wingspan. It's got pearly wings for the most part with a brown border. So it's a very distinctive looking moth if you happen to catch it. The way we tend to monitor for it is by putting up a pheromone trap. This one here is the red trap, which is designed to hopefully not catch a lot of pollinators. There's a white version of this trap which may catch more pollinators. We're not sure about that, but we're testing to see the differences right now. But inside this trap is a sticky panel and also the pheromone lure, which is good for about a month or so. So the idea being, if we happen to have melonworm in the area, we should be seeing it show up in the trap, which then might be used to trigger our scouting actually in the fields. The damage it does to either squash or pumpkin is primarily it's a foliar feeder, so it feeds on the foliage, but it can move over onto the rind where it can do really excessive damage and the handle as well. So if you see that, that's a telltale sign you might have melonworm. The caterpillar itself is quite distinctive. It's not very big. It's about maybe 3/4 of an inch and the largest instar. It's a kind of a light or lime green with 2 white stripes that go along the top of its body from its head down to the end of its abdomen. So fairly distinct looking. The injury is quite distinct as well. In Ohio, the trapping period is roughly from July through September. That's when we tend to have the greatest chance of it coming up from southern states, migrating up here on weather fronts. It takes about 30 days for a full generation, so we can only have maybe 2 or 3 generations this far north versus 8 or 9 generations down toward Florida. I would also try to put the trap on the western or southwestern corner of your field so that pheromone can blow across the field, attracting those moths that might be out there mating or laying eggs. As far as the use of the pheromone trap, at this point there is no threshold established. So once you do see moths in the trap, just increase your scouting in the field, looking for the caterpillars feeding either on the foliage or on the fruit. In terms of management, there are lots of options, everything from using the BT-based sprays, using neem oil or neem-based sprays, and all the conventional insecticides that would control caterpillars.